Yo, what's up, guys? Good morning, team. Hold on, let me, you want to know the name of the song? Hold on, bro, I got you. All right, team. What's up, guys? All right. So, you want the name of the song? Which song was it? It could be this song. It could be this song. Just let me know which song you're talking about, stock market. Could be this one. Just let me know which one it was. Let me say yes or no for this one. Or it could be... My favorite one is this one. I like this one for some reason. What's up, Nicholas? What's up, man? Calm down, Adley. You'll be alright, man. Yeah, so let's look at what's moving today. Alright, so first one on my list is AMKR. This one is gapping up from 1108 to 1296. Let me turn this down so it's not too loud on my end. Yeah, it's gapping up from 1108 to 1296. We'll have to look up the catalyst in a minute here. But this one's gapping up. Looks okay. MRTX. Gapping up from 8147 to 9350. GLBS. Gapping up some TTM on the list. A lot of these are low volume gap ups, unfortunately, though. We got TXRH, TTM, VLRX, FG. Like I said, a lot of these are low volume gap ups. We got Tops, which is a shipping company. Shoe, gapping up with pretty low volume. But yeah, on my watch list, I'm watching TTM, MRTX, TXRH, I guess, which is Texas Roadhouse, PCG, which is gapping up a little bit. We'll watch it. Kellogg's K, Grub, which is gapping down. BYND, which is gapping down. And yeah, that's about it right now. Let me know if you guys see anything else that I missed and that I don't have here that I should have. Like I said, let me know. I'm gonna go make myself some coffee in a minute. Maybe NXPI looks good. It's a semiconductor stock. So maybe that one looks good. There we go. It's a little bit better so that you can actually I don't have that fuzzy stuff around my picture. What does it mean when it's a low volume gap up? It's less favorable for momentum trading for sure, generally, unless you get a big volume spike. But the big thing with like pre-market in general is that if you the less volume that you have, the less obvious the levels are, right? So if we look at one that has lower volume with TTM, you don't really know where the levels, like the big levels in pre-market and extended hours are really. I mean, you could try to find some levels, and you probably can, like this $12 level here maybe, but the levels are much less clear. Where if you look at something like, what was that? What was the big gap down? If you look at something like Grub or BYND, that has a lot of volume in pre-market, the levels are just much more defined. You have very obvious levels like here, double bottoms here. You got the levels are just much more defined. You can look at a longer term chart and just see some confirmation, see a lot of, obvious levels there. That makes it easier to document. It makes it easier to analyze, and you can kind of see where the big support and resistance levels are from extended hours a little bit easier. But again, if you look at like a low volume gap up like TTM, those levels are just not going to be there, and it's going to be much more difficult to find out where the big extended hours support and resistance levels are, and it's just going to be a lot harder to trade, in my opinion. It just depends on the strategy though, and how you document support and resistance. Everybody's a little bit different and they have their own preferences. Based off of the weight they give the extended hours trading session, like support and resistance, some people, a lot of people will value the longer term chart more, but really the way you're really supposed to do it is you're supposed to, the longer term trade, the more you should value the longer term support and resistance, right? So it's like if I'm holding a stock, if I'm day trading, but I'm holding it for hours, naturally that longer term support and resistance is going to hold more sway over that stock's movement for that period of time. But if I'm just quickly scalping a stock, if I'm getting in and out very, very quickly, longer term support and resistance is not going to be as significant as, maybe pre-market or extended hour support and resistance that's right in your face that everybody else can see on that specific day. And so it's a little bit different how you want to analyze it, but it's all based off of support and resistance usually. But yeah, watching MRTX here, we'll see what we get. I'm going to go make myself some coffee, guys, and I'll be right back. Alright team, I am back. Let's see what we got here today. Let me turn this on. There we go, that's better. Oh man. Forward. Forward for my style of trading, it's just got a very small range. Doesn't really do too much. Yeah, I'm watching Grub gap down, BYND gapping down. Is the music too loud? Let me know what the sound is like, team. I think the music's not that bad. I don't think it's too loud. Alright. Alright. So, BYND. Yeah, the music will kind of just catch me. I'll just sit there. Alright. PCG. CNX. NEO, NXPI. NXPI doesn't look bad. It's a semiconductor stock. We'll start looking up some catalysts in a second. We got Kellogg's. Gonna watch Tesla again. If you guys caught the end of the stream, or if you guys followed along in the Discord, I did have a green day yesterday. I was able to end green. See what I'm at. I don't know what my account balance was at yesterday, but it looks like yesterday was basically a break-even day. I'll have to go check to see what my account balance is. I know I ended the day up $42 in gross profits, but it looks like, I don't know, I can't remember what my account was at. I think I might have made like 10 bucks or like 12 bucks yesterday after commissions, because again, I mean, I did trade a bunch yesterday, but I ended green, and so that's the big thing. What's up, KC? What's up, bro? Long time no see, man. Hope you're doing well, brother. Alright. Alright, so yeah, Netflix is down. We got the market itself. Alright, team. Alright, what's everybody else watching today? Like I said, SPY is slightly down. We're still really above. Wow. Alright, so do you guys remember what we talked about yesterday? I don't know if it was on stream or not, but I know after the stream I was talking to Mitch, and I was telling him, like, and we were both kind of agreeing really on this, that the market had a lot of support where that previous lifetime high was at 302.63 was the level that we were talking about. And look at exactly where the market bounces at 302.63. This was the previous lifetime high right here, and I even drew a support line before this bounce. You know, I did not draw the support line on the bounce. I drew the support line yesterday. And look how close it followed it. It actually came exactly down to that level and bounced. That probably would have been a good buy spot. You know, those type of trades come along once every, few months or so. And looked like it would have been a solid trade. Maybe I should have more conviction in it, but it bounced exactly where that previous lifetime high was for the SPY at 302. If you look at the daily chart, you can see 302.63. Was where the level was. It doesn't say here, but it was at 302.63 right here. You can see it right there. 302.63. Big level. So yeah, market bounced exactly there. Very interesting. All right, but yeah, let's look at some of these. Let's see how many of these are actually tradable. AMKR is tradable, so this one's tradable. AMKR, which is Amcor Tech. Gonna watch that one. MRTX originally went all the way up to 113. Just has a huge range on it, but I'm sure it's probably tradable. Yeah, that one's tradable too. That's good. GLBS is another shipping stock like Tops, TOPS. Doubt that one's tradable with TOPS. But Tops is starting to run a little bit, so if you like penny stock plays, momentum-based penny stock runners, look at the shipping sector. Look at Tops, TOPS, GLBS maybe. Those are both running. Look okay. We'll have to look up the catalyst in the shipping sector soon. We have Texas Roadhouse, which is TXRH, gapping up from 50.17 to 56.72. That one looks good. We got TTM, like I said, low volume, but I'm sure it's probably tradable. Let me see. Yeah, that one's tradable. Texas Roadhouse is tradable, so everything's tradable that I'm seeing right now, except for probably, let me check. I guess I can check. Tops is probably not. No. Alright, but HLIT, we got NEO. And yeah, that's really the best gap ups that I'm seeing. Like, I watch Shopify, I watch Shopify's down some. I watch Netflix, I watch Tesla today as well. SMPL spiking up a little bit. PFE, which is Pfizer, healthcare stock spiking up a little bit. We got K, or no, we got K, which is Kellogg's, which is moving some. So yeah, I guess we can start looking up some of these news. Alright guys, let's start looking up some catalysts here. How loud is this music? It's loud in my headphones. I gotta turn it down some. There we go. Alright, so to start looking up some news here. What's up, team? Like I said, guys, let me know what your main watch is. Leave your main watch in the chat. Let me know what it is. Maybe it's something that I haven't seen today, and if it is something that I haven't reviewed yet or talked about, you know, let us know. I'll take a look at it. But yeah, starting off the gappers list, we got AMKR here, AMKR, and we'll go ahead and start looking at the catalyst for a lot of these gappers and so forth. So let's see what we get. We got AMKR here, like I said, gapping up from 1108 to 1302. This one is up after the company reported third quarter EPS of 23 cents versus the 8-cent estimate and reported better than expected third quarter sales results. They also issued strong fourth quarter guidance. So all around, AMKR had pretty good results here. They had good EPS that was, you know, well above what they estimated. Almost 3 times better than what they estimated for their EPS, their third quarter EPS. And they also reported better than expected third quarter sales results. And they also issued strong fourth quarter guidance. And so overall, their earnings and revenue have been solid here. And we'll see what happens with AMKR. Keep it on watch. We also have MRTK, or MRTX, which again went all the way up to 113, back down to 93.95 now. This one is up after the company presented the first clinical data of their phase 1 and 2 trial, or their phase half trial of MRTX 849. So I guess they presented their first clinical data for their biodrug MRTX. We'll see what happens with this one. Could be interesting here. We're going to move on. We have TXRH, which is Texas Roadhouse here. We're going to look at the order that they give me, though. So TTM is the other one. This one is up on continued momentum after CLSA upgraded the company's stock from a sell rating to a buy rating. And so an upgrade for TTM, we'll see what happens. That's probably why the volume's a little bit lower, as a little bit lower than some of these other stocks, really. All right, then we have Texas Roadhouse here, TXRH, Texas Roadhouse. This one is up after the company reported better than expected third quarter EPS and sales results. So positive results for TXRH, which is Texas Roadhouse. All right, now I'm looking at the shipping stocks, which is GLBS and Tops. I've memorized these already. I know these are shipping companies. I've traded these a bunch before. For GLBS, it's not showing me any catalyst. I'm guessing it's probably with the overall sector. Let me look. I'm not really seeing anything. Yeah, I don't see anything for these. I don't know why the shipping sector is moving. If you know why the shipping sector is moving, let me know. I don't see anything really here. Looked a few different places, not really seeing much. All right, and then we also have Shoo here, SHOO, Shoo, and this one is up after upbeat third quarter results. So they had positive or upbeat third quarter results, and it is gapping up with pretty low volume. Not really interested in it, to be honest. This is Steve Madden. Just kind of looks dull, boring. I mean, it had good results, but not enough volume to accompany it for my style of trading, at least. All right, we got NXPI here, NXPI. And like I said, this one I believe is a semiconductor stock. This one is up after the company reported better than expected third quarter sales results, and they also issued fourth quarter sales guidance that were above the analyst estimates. And so a lot of earnings releases today and results today. But yeah, NXPI, positive third quarter sales results, also fourth quarter sales guidance that was above the estimates. For NXPI, I'll include this one. I'll keep this one on my list. It looks good. I like it better than like Texas Roadhouse, just because it's got some more obvious levels there. All right, and I think that's basically all the big gap ups that really look interesting here. Now we can move on to the gap downs here, which look a little bit better in my opinion. I like the gap downs this morning a little bit better. The first one we have is Grub, GRUB. GRUB with a pretty solid gap down, pretty big gap down from 58.39 all the way down to 38.69. So a solid $20 gap up, or $20 gap down, which has got to be like what, like 40% of this company's value, just down the drain for Grubhub. I wonder what happened. It must have had terrible results if the trend of results being the catalyst this morning is with this one as well. But yeah, it must have had bad results. I don't know. Let me see. All right, so yeah, so they are down after the company reported worse than expected third quarter sales results, and they also issued fourth quarter sales guidance that was below the analyst estimates. So yeah, like I said, bad results, bad third quarter results, bad fourth quarter guidance, and this thing dropped like 40%. So it's not 40% actually. What? It's $20 out of a $60 stock. It's roughly 33%. But regardless, yeah, I mean, huge drop. You know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, it's like 32, 33%. Big gap down for sure. And that's just off the top of my head. So don't get mad if my percentage isn't absolutely correct. The next one we're going to look at, another gap down here, is BYND, Beyond Meat. This one is a big gap down as well. I'm assuming it's the same thing, which is earnings, and I think I'm right. It says trading after the company reported third quarter earnings results. That's all it says here. It doesn't say why or what was bad about the results. Price target was cut by Credit Suisse. It's maintained at a neutral still. All right, I'm reading an article here by Dow Jones Newswires, and it says, quote, "The vagaries of the stock market can be frustrating to say the least. Beyond Meat reported blowout third quarter numbers Monday evening, beating Wall Street sales and earnings estimates. Still, the stock is down 19% in pre-market trading. One potential reason, the company said too much in their release. They provided a 23-page slide deck accompanying the news release. In it, Beyond Meat outlined health benefits of its products, saying they compare favorable to animal-based meat. They said, quote, "We have never claimed perfection. We are proud of our products in the market today," CEO Ethan Brown said in his prepared remarks on the company's earnings conference call. And then he said again, quote, "We're committed to a rigorous cycle of rapid and relentless innovation that includes a continuous search for simple, non-GMO inputs from plants that will enable us to offer better products in both taste and nutrition," end quote. So yeah, I mean, everything seems good here. I'm trying to find out why it's down. They said, so why is the stock down? Maybe because it's expensive. Before reporting third quarter numbers, Beyond was trading for about 15 times estimated in 2020 sales, higher than any comparable food company. Hey, I'm not saying Mitch and I are always right, but what did we say yesterday? We said that it's still kind of high. Here, hold on. I'm going to hang up on whoever this is. Call it my house. But yeah, I mean, especially, like, Mitch and I were watching this thing when it was over 200, and that was definitely too high. And people were doubting us and getting mad at us, but, you know, we'll see if it holds over 100, but it's down to 85 now. We'll see what happens. And this is all end quote from Dow Jones Newswires to source the article that I was reading from. All right, guys. Lockup period is over, and so insiders can actually get out, which a lot of them are doing apparently. Honestly, Adam, I was against getting a house phone. I don't need a house phone. My wife wanted a house phone. I don't know why. We never answer it. Our caller ID is broken on it. If anybody calls our house phone, they're never going to get in touch with us because, as you can see, I just hang up on anybody that calls. You know, my wife insisted, and we don't even need that thing. I never use it. You know, I don't know why we have it. Oh, well. All right, but yeah, that's the market right now. And then now we can look at the overall market news here. I forgot we should probably do that, right? All right. Sorry. Yeah, probably, man. I guess so, Michael. I don't know why, man. But now we got a house phone. We never use it. It's a waste of money. And you hear that? We don't need this house phone, man. Why do we have that thing? Yeah, it's just a waste of money. I'm spending like $80 a month on this house phone that nobody ever uses. You know, I hang up on anybody that calls. The caller ID doesn't even work on this phone we have because we're so rough on the house phone that we actually have that the caller ID is broken from hanging up on random people that we don't know. It just gives bill collectors and telemarketers another avenue to call us, you know. Point is, we don't need that thing. Next time my wife comes on stream, talk her out of it. Let's just cancel the service. Plus, it would be another thing that I could cancel from Comcast, and you know how Comcast gets when you cancel their service. They get super weird. It's so fun to call and cancel anything with Comcast because they just get super butthurt about it and super upset. It's glorious. It really is. It's glorious. Yeah. Team. Nah, Scott. My wife's cool, man. She knows I'm just messing with her. Like, she does that to me. If you guys heard that, I'm not, like, yelling at my wife in, like, any serious way. You guys know I'm just messing with my wife. She does it with me, man. You know? Anybody I can have on my team for the house phone getting removed, I'm going to take it, man. I'm going to take that chance and say, you know what? Everybody agrees with me here, you know? No, man, I'm not like yelling at her like that. Come on now, guys. Don't make it into something it's not. I was just joking with her. You guys know I was just joking with her. Well, like I said, next time she comes on stream, try to talk her out of the house phone, you know? But yeah, PCG's gapping up. I'm still not trading this one, but it's gapping up some. But yeah, my wife and I have been together for like a decade. We've been together for 10 years. And so you got to be able to like joke around and be sarcastic with each other. And that was sarcasm if you couldn't understand it. And my unique humor of sarcasm, that was obviously sarcasm. Usually, if she wasn't rushing to go outside, my parents are here too. But usually if she wasn't rushing outside, she would like yell at me back and say, no, she would argue why we need a house phone, which there's no logical reason for that house phone. Yeah, you know how it is nowadays though, Scott. I'm like, what? I didn't mean it. Yeah, PCG's gonna, I'm scared to, yeah, I got rid of cable, One Life, One Chance. It's been the best year ever since. Except for Comcast. This is my issue with Comcast, right? I'm gonna rant about Comcast, and then I'm gonna read the overall market news. Okay, this is my issue with Comcast, is that they raise your prices. So you know, I stream every day here, and so I have a gigabit internet connection, 1,000 megabits per second, really fast internet here. I have like super fast internet. Or whatever, and they locked me in, and they told me I could get it for like $140 a month is my internet here. It's like $140 a month, right? And so I'm checking, and like a month ago, I called them because they have an unlimited data plan, because I don't want to get eaten alive by data because I stream every day, and I know that's going to cost a lot of data. And so I called Comcast like a month ago, and I'm like, hey, look, I want to get on this unlimited data plan. You know, I work from my house using my internet every single morning, and I need unlimited data. I'll pay the extra $30 a month or whatever it is, $25 a month for this unlimited data that I need. And so the guy tells me at the time, granted I've been streaming every day live for years, you know, the guy tells me at the time, no, you don't need this unlimited data because you don't use enough data in your home. You know, he tells me you don't use enough data in your home, and so you don't need this unlimited data. You're actually going to pay more by paying unlimited than you are now because you just don't use that much data. And so I'm like, okay, great. You know, that's fine. If I don't need it, fine. Whatever. You know, I go to check my phone. I go to check my internet bill like 3 days ago. And my internet bill is $400. It's $400. I'm sitting there like, what? Like, dude, you told me I didn't need it. Then they just hit me. I go check why my bill's $400. It's because every time I go over, they're tacking on another $20 per data gig or whatever it is, per megabyte, whatever it is, right? Per gigabyte. And they're just tacking that on. Every time I go over, they're just hitting me with it, right? So I paid $400 for my last phone bill. I had to call Comcast and just yell at them and be like, you know, and tell them, like, a long time ago, I used to work customer service. I know how that is, man. I used to register people for their employer benefits. Like, I know how that is, you know. And what I do know is I know they record everything. They record everything, right? I told them to go back and listen to that last call. You know, go back and listen to that last call. Eventually, they gave me like a $200 credit. I still had to pay $200, so I'm still mad about it. I'm going to move on to trading, but just know I'm still mad about that, you know. All right, let's get Mitch in here. You guys know me. I'll rant about random insignificant nonsense unless Mitch is here to like say, John, snap out of it, man, talk about the market. All right, let's turn on Zoom. Yo, what's up, Mitch? I can't really hear anything because the volume's so loud in my headphones. There we go. Yo. All right, well, we got Mitch here. He'll be here in a minute. All right, so let's look at the SPY news. Let's go ahead and look at the market news. Hey, appreciate it, the hero. Thanks, bro. Welcome, man. Yeah, man. The point, the lesson from all of that, though, guys, the lesson from me ranting about Comcast is that they will try to do whatever they can to charge you more money. They might sound great and lock you into a price, you know. Within a month or two, they're going to double that price, and they're just going to start taking it. They're just going to start charging you. If you're on auto pay, they're just going to start hitting you with that twice as much charge. Then when you call, they're going to make up some nonsense about it, and you're going to have to, like, bargain them down. You know, that's what you got to do with Comcast. Eventually, that's why I shut off my cable, and I just got Sling TV. I hear Mitch vaguely in the background. I think that's Mitch. But I can't really hear anything. Yo, yo.
Sleep. Yo, yo. Sleep.
I don't know why it's I can barely hear you. Can you guys... Here, let me pause this. Alright, say something.
Yo, yo.
Oh, wait. I know what it is. Alright, talk.
Hello.
There you are. What's up, man? What's up, bro?
Hello.
There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, guys? Alright, we got Mitch.
Good.
Yeah, bro, you heard me yelling about Comcast, man?
Yeah, man. Forget the Comcast life.
There's snakes. Dude, there's snakes in the grass, man. They're just ready to charge me more money.
I
man.
know.
If I could switch internet, I would.
I tell them one word every single time I call them. Sentry Link.
But honestly, the issue with me is that they have a monopoly in my area. Like, there's literally no other internet in my area. I can't go anywhere else. I would pay extra for AT&T if I could, just to.
I just tell them. I just tell them. I'd be like, you know what? I got bios calling me.
I'm a desired area. Everybody wants to give me internet service, man. You better drop my price.
Yeah. You better get that. You better get that price down.
Yeah, man. That's how it is, bro.
Talking
Comcast,
about
they'll get you.
Talk about get that price down.
Right. Hey, honestly.
Did you see my lovely Beyond Meat?
Yeah, tanking on good earnings too. On good earnings.
Hey man, what did I say? It's gonna get down there, man. Before the end of the year. Can we get the $60?
Yeah, man. Honestly, but no, I called Comcast. I said one word. I said, look, I'm really thinking about. I made up something. I hope they're not like listening to me here because I am using their internet right now. But I made up something. I basically told them that I would go use the internet at my office and cancel their service if they didn't like fix it. And they did. They gave me like a $200 credit and they like switched it. I just said, look, I'm gonna cancel. Like, you know, because they make bank off of signing you up. So that's what happened. Mitch, turn down your voice. That's probably me.
It's the music.
Yeah.
It's the music too loud. That's all it is.
See, the music's all the way low. I don't think I can lower it anymore. Let me try. There we go. Actually, that's not bad. How's that, guys? Is that good? Say something, Mitch. Let's see
What's up?
The Mitch music ratio. All right, that should work. All right, guys. So, BYND, like we said, we already kind of went over it, but BYND down on good earnings. I think it was good earnings. Let me see.
Man, this thing's down on the story is gone. It's earnings, but definitely the story is gone.
I couldn't find the story really here. People are curious at why it's down. One of the things is even see, and the interesting, it doesn't even say what it is. It says they reported third quarter earnings results, but it doesn't say what it was. Yeah, so it says Beyond Meat stock. This is an article from MarketWatch, or Dow Jones Newswires and MarketWatch, and it says Beyond Meat stock falls despite earnings that show the first profit in the company's history, and it's still down. I think Pensador gave us a heads up on what it was. I think though. Let me find what he said. He said, Pensador said the lockup period is over for BYND, and so lots of insiders can finally sell today. And so that's probably what this is, really. And so like the people who got like stock options can get out now, and they probably want to be honest, man. Honestly. And here's the thing: if the company wants to get out, if the insiders in the company want to get out, what does that say about the overall like future like health of the company? I think it says negative. I think it's a negative sign here. I think that they experimented with McDonald's, but I talked about it before. They underestimated how big of a deal it would be for them to cook their fake meat with their real meat. They cook their fake meat on the same skillet as their real meat. And vegans aren't going to touch that stuff, man. They're not going to touch that stuff. If it's got real meat grease in their fake meat, they're not going to eat that stuff, man. And like I said, I'm not a vegan. I don't have the willpower for that. But I can understand it. I know they're serious about it. And like I said, if you're mixing fake meat grease with real meat grease, vegans aren't going to touch that stuff, man. And so, of course, no vegan's going to be like, I'm going to go to McDonald's, and get my fake meat. Because, again, it's mixing with the real meat. Nobody's going to eat that. They underestimated that significance of that, I think, in my opinion. But yeah, man, you and I called this one out, bro. You and I called this one out, man. We had doubters like we always do, but
Yeah, man. Called out first. I mean, as soon as it broke 200, I said it's going back to 150.
Yeah.
And then once it broke 150, I said, "Yep, 100 is the next one." And now we just completely destroyed 100.
Oh wait, yeah. Well, here Danny Rosales actually said something that I missed here. So he said the lockup period for its early backers ended, freeing them up to cash in on this year's doubling in its share price after results which pointed to growing costs at the plant-based meat success story. So interesting. Maybe I was wrong. That's what I was kind of thinking, Harold. It's possible, though. Shop dropped 25 points on good earnings. I don't get it. What's up, Cola? Fake meat, fake products. Profits. Shop down 25 cents. Yeah. Shop had bad third quarter results, though, right? Yeah.
All right, guys. So with Shop, the thing that happened here, precise, is that it's not really about the loss. It's about a future outlook. So one of the things is they're spending, and this is quoting from Yahoo Finance. This is a source from Bloomberg. Shopify said in June that it plans to spend $1 billion to set up a network of fulfillment centers in the U.S. to help merchants using its platform deliver products more quickly and cheaply in a much of the way that Amazon does. So it's a good future outlook on an investment, but an expensive one. And then if you look a little bit further into their kind of earnings, you're going to find a tax provision. And that's really what hurt the company here is for the short term, that tax provision. It created a net loss for the quarters to 64 cents a share from 22 cents a year earlier. So you can see kind of the difference. A year earlier, around this time, they only lost 22 cents a share. And now you're talking about 64 cents. So almost 3 times that amount.
Yeah.
Revenues grew, but if you look at those numbers, those are the ones that are negatively impacting the stock.
Right. And I think Shopify is in a sector to where...
Hey, look at this one.
Huh?
It's almost getting to my call out too. This one's dying out too. Shaq.
Yeah.
Shaq.
Grub was getting hit too. But I think Shopify is in one of those sectors where eventually Shopify will get... There's always going to be competitors for Shopify. It's not a unique enough product that where other people are actually, going to be able to still compete with this. And eventually, I don't know about now, if it has good earnings, I think that's what you should really base it off of. But, yeah, Shaq.
Yeah, look at Shaq. I called it out when it was at 95.13. Called it out October 4th.
Yeah.
And I said that it's heading towards 75. Looks like it's heading down there, man.
Yeah.
Got down there already to 81. This is another stock. This is what we call hype stocks, guys. Especially one of the things that I liked about Shaq is that it had sympathy play because Beyond Meat. I think Beyond Meat pushed it a little bit higher because people were kind of having sympathy. They were looking for the next play, the next Beyond Meat, and they thought Shaq was going to be that one. And once it got above 100 per share, that's really where you started seeing it get hit, and people sold out. And it was probably the best time to sell there as it broke through the 100.
Yep. Yeah, I can kind of see that too. We'll see what we get today. It should be interesting. I've been trading these expensive stocks a little bit more often, and the reason I've been doing that is because again, it's just been I can trade smaller with a bigger range. I did in green yesterday. I think I made like a small profit yesterday after commissions. You can see my account's at 522. So I did in green. We'll see what we can get. I think that what's been happening the first part of the morning for me is that I've been taking such a small share size that in order for me to make a big win, I have to hold it a little bit longer. And so I've actually been holding it longer than I should be in the morning and not kind of following the same strategy I'm using later on. And so I think that today I might try to trade a little bit larger on stream. We'll see. We'll give it some time and see, but that's kind of where I'm at now. So we got AF, which is dropping some news or dropping some predictions on us. He says, I bet 100% Trump will soon take advantage of medical cannabis and recreational cannabis legalization. 2 reasons. 1, 2020 election. 2, worldwide legalization. I hope he does. And like I said, I'm not necessarily a supporter of Trump or any politician, really. But I think it's time for somebody to legalize cannabis. It is an objectively less harmful drug than alcohol. And it's not about legalizing another drug. It's about having an even standard of to follow, and I guess it's frustrating because it's like, that lobbyists are just killing something that should be obvious. It should obviously be legalized by now. And, like big corporations that are going to, get hurt if it's legalized are basically lobbying against it. And that's the frustrating thing. Politicians are too scared to kind of stand up for it. And in the end, again, it's just an objectively less harmful substance than alcohol. It's just an objectively less harmful drug than alcohol.
Just to mention one that I'm gonna be watching CGC, man. I really like this one today. Big resistance at $22, and now we're kind of pulling back. We've had more than enough days up. We've had what now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 straight days of it trying to break out here. And now I see the downturn. And now I see the support.
Which one?
Being broken here at 2157's CGC.
I haven't been trading these as much, man. I used to trade these a ton.
When I see the turn like this, I really like it because it's either gonna pick up an extreme amount of volume, I think, and do a red to green towards 22 today, or I could see that big drop coming towards 21, and then after it gets to 21, we have a nice resistance there at 21, but below that, it can come down all the way to 2021.
Right.
So I'll be paying attention for that kind of down push towards 21.
Yeah, I haven't been trading the cannabis stocks that much lately. Yeah, I think the reason I haven't is because they've just slowed down so much. Like, if you look at them, they haven't really been... I mean, I guess yesterday wasn't that bad, or Friday wasn't that bad, but most of the time, they just haven't been picking a real obvious trend during the day, and so it's been difficult for me. A lot of times, these have actually been faking me out in the morning, where these used to be great for, like, my overall trading. If we look at my stats, like, these used to serve me really, really well. But the market always changes, guys, and if you don't change with it, you're going to get left behind with the market. And so just remember that, the market's always going to change. You might have the best strategy that's working really, really well for months or even years. Eventually it's going to change. It's not always going to be the same. And, if you don't change with the market, again, you're going to get left behind, which is why I kind of developed this new system, because the market is just, it's been less favorable for the way we used to trade. It just has, and you got to change with it sometimes, team. Scott says it's getting so laxed here in Boston. Gas stations in Boston by me have it on the counter. Yeah. Honestly, I wish. I'm in Texas, man. It's going to be a long time. We had our shot this last year with the legislative session, and just a bunch of nonsense propaganda out here. Just a bunch of nonsense propaganda out here. It's just, and it genuinely, like I said, it makes me question the intelligence level of some of the, not the people here, but I guess, I don't know, man. I guess it's just frustrating to see something that objectively should be legalized by now get held up in the political system. And, you know, it's frustrating to see something that a majority of people in this state want legalized, but for some reason the politicians don't, because they have backing by these large corporations that don't want it legalized. And so it's just frustrating. Yeah, we did get full hemp legalization though, so they sell CBD at the gas stations here now. You know, and I take CBD every night. It's a great sleep aid. It really is. It's a great sleep aid. You know, it's one of the objectively beneficial sleep aids that'll help you go to sleep with not many bad side effects, from what I can tell. All right, guys. Remember, team, to hit the subscribe button. We day trade live for free every weekday morning on YouTube. We're not experts. We're not gurus. We genuinely just let you watch us day trade for free right here on YouTube. And so if you appreciate that, if you want to watch us day trade the open every single morning for free, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, show your support for what we're doing here. You know, like I said, we're not experts or gurus here. We have been trading for years, and we have learned a few things. And so that's just what we try to teach people. But again, you know, hit that subscribe button, team. We had a ton of subscribers yesterday. We had like 40 to 50 subscribers yesterday during our stream. So we hope you'll hit that subscribe button, team. You'll join us.
AF. Let's see, AF putting a lot of stuff about cannabis up here. Just want to go through that. Mexican legalization, correct. Full hemp legalization, waiting for Senate vote, and after that, edible legalization in Canada. They are going to be releasing in mid-November, but the catalyst has already hit AF. I just want to announce that the catalyst started on October 17th. That's when 2.0 Canada was released, and that's when the regulation was kind of let go of on edibles and drinks and such. So I think that catalyst has already been played in or kind of priced in. So you do have two other catalysts coming up. I do feel strong about these stocks next year. Not so sure if it's going to be good for the end of the year, just based on how these stocks did last year in December. It was kind of their worst month of the year. So and who knows if it's going to really come up or down here. But what I really do is I really do like these stocks next year. Election years seem to be really good for cannabis stocks. So I do agree with you that there is some catalyst coming into the market. We just got to go ahead and see how the drive is going to be. And also, I think one thing to keep in mind is right now we're at all-time highs, and how long are these all-time highs going to last? How long is this environment going to keep pushing?
Right. Should be interesting. I'm ready, man. Here's the issue. When I was a teenager and I was like 18, I was like, look, in 10 years, weed's going to be legal. Now I'm 30. It's still not legal. I'm still mad about it, honestly, you know. And like, I'm a parent. I would do it here, but like I said, I'm a parent. The risk reward's just not good here in Texas, you know. But objectively, it's a less harmful substance than alcohol is, you know, regardless of which way you look at it. There's the bell. Let's go ahead and trade. I'm gonna rant about it for an hour, if not. All right. PCG. That one's still alive. I'm surprised. Watching MRTX, watching TTM, watching BYND and Grub here. Watching Kellogg's. I think I forgot to look at Kellogg's. Maybe I did. I'm pretty sure it's probably earnings. Let's look at the market itself right now. What's up, Cola? My Monday ended okay. I made like $42 in gross. After commissions, I probably made like 10 or 20 bucks, not much. But it was green. My day was green, so I'll take it, I guess. Right, I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit so we can kind of get into it.
Big volume in CGC, man. I was looking at it right there to bounce up there. Maybe take it near the 2140s, 45s, and it just washed there immediately in probably about 2 seconds towards the open. Someone hit it hard, knocked it down towards 2118. Look at the cannabis stocks go. They're all dropping pretty good amount.
CGC's down some. It's not down a ton. I mean, it's just too low volume. Like, that's the only, like, those, I'm telling you, man, those have been faking me out all, like, for months now. For the last month and a half or so, cannabis stocks have been faking me out, and they just haven't been favorable for me. With fades specifically. Maybe bounces might have been okay. I haven't really tried many bounces on them, but with fades, they've just been faking me out.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's been up for 11 days straight,
right.
So, I mean...
might be trading against the trend.
Yeah, whenever we try to trade and short something that's going to the opposite trend continuous amounts of weeks, we just got to be careful. That's just showing us that we're just fighting the trend.
Right.
And
that's
so
possible too, for sure.
The real I talked key about is that. Just taking pullback days.
Yeah.
I mean, still you can make money in between the pullback.
I think another thing to consider is that if it's actually picking a trend, like something I talked about in the video I put out this weekend, was that I've been trading stocks that, like, my successful trades, I've been trading stocks that very well obviously pick a trend, right? And if I stick to stocks that are just kind of going up to the highs and down to the lows and up to the highs and down to the lows, I'm gonna get faked out all day. And that the ones that have actually been working the best are the stocks that have been like staying down and just like pulling back to the VWAP, you know, getting rejected at the VWAP and coming back down and staying in a certain trend, or staying in an upward trend, you know, dipping down to the VWAP and then bouncing off of it. Like, those are the stocks that have been the most favorable for me. Like, if we look at SQ or Roku, those have been the ones. Like, look at SQ on this day. Like, these are the type of stocks that do really well because they pick a trend. It stays in an upward trend and it just maintains there. Those are the ones that have been working out super well.
Nice crackdown there, guys. CGC down now underneath that $21 that I was interested in. So definitely trying to let this bounce back and get it in.
Look at NXPI. NXPI's ripping up here. We also got MRTX that's kind of pulling back to the VWAP. Just huge ranges in a lot of these, honestly. TTM ripped up a little bit.
MU with a nice little rip up also. Looking for a nice bounce in CGC. Also can look for the bounce in Cron.
Yeah. I like both of those. Cron and CGC usually are favorable for the most part. Alright, so for NXPI, we did get a pullback. Again, the range is just big here. We got to figure out what we're going to do with that range. What kind of share size to take? PCG is pulling back to the VWAP. Might get interesting. I'm going to throw Mitch up. I'm going to go to my daily bathroom break right around this time. Might be a good thing so I don't attack too early, but I'll throw Mitch up while we're waiting.
Yeah, guys, just waiting, trying to get bounces here. You're not getting any bounces. A little frustrating. All right, let's see what we get here. Getting some bounces now.
All right, I'll be back, team.
All right, traders, how we doing out there? Let me know if you guys see anything. You guys can put it up in the chat. All right, watching that drop there in Cron and CGC, looking for those bounce backs. Also looking at AMRN. Gonna watch that to try 1657s. Might take a short on that based off of a small risk and reward. AMD dropping down there. All right, CGC not bouncing back there, so might have to jump into AMRN here. Keeps trying to break out there, not breaking out. Yeah, I'm looking for bounces, just not getting any. One that I almost took was AMRN, but I was just looking at too many stocks at once. That one faded nice. It was a small range, but a good fade. Let's see if we get a bounce here. Not the best pullback there. Too much volume building now at the bottom. You see this kind of curve effect. I don't know if you still have me up, but this curve effect here. All right, guys. I'll zoom in. So this curve effect here is kind of worrisome, guys. When you ever get a candle like this, where it's a low body, then you get an inverse hammer, and then the next candle kind of eats up those two candles, that's always a bullish sign. It doesn't mean that you can't get a VWAP fade on this. It just means that it was strong at the bottom. And usually when we mean strong at the bottom, what does that usually mean, John? If we get a lot of kind of buyers stepping in here at the bottom. Yep, and that's the bag buyers stepping in there, guys. So this could easily become a red to green move in CGC. Reason why? This is just too much volume at the bottom. One of the things that we like to see is big volume on the opening candle to smash it through the support. And then we like to see volume come in as it approaches VWAP as shorters re-enter versus longs getting in at the bottom of the chart, giving us what we call bag buyers. Yeah, what creeps me out about this one is that, like, look at that bounce right there. That one bounce candle, that one green candle is bigger than any one red candle that it just had. And so that those kinds of candles scare me. I'm gonna stay out of CGC. Prawn looks a little better here. All right, guys, short here, guys. Gonna risk a short risk here, 4 cent risk here off 852 for Kron. Just gotta hold really tight here, really quickly. It's either gonna squeeze past and squeeze me for a small loss, or I can go ahead and get this drop right back. Yep. Yeah. I like that right there. That's why I'm risking right above here, guys. Right here. So it saw that reject from that level, then saw it push up, immediately push down from that 50. And as soon as it pushed down from that 50, I took it because I can base it off right above it.
Sorry guys. At least you can hear Mitch, man. I guess I've been talking to myself. I am in Roku with 20 shares. Gotcha, John. Man, this one squeezed up big on me. I'm getting out of here though. Little $17 loss. That first trade. Just probably shouldn't have. I broke my own rules that I built myself this weekend, and one of those rules is that I don't trade against the overall market, and the overall market is squeezing up and has been bullish. So maybe that was my biggest mistake here. At least with Roku and SQ specifically, but I kept it pretty small. I gotta say though, I am kind of tempted to trade PCG here.
About to get out here, guys. Getting squeezed out.
I am very kind of tempted to get in PCG here with like a little share size, like just to mess around with it.
A little frustrating. CGC made the fade and Kron didn't. Just gotta keep moving along. See what we get.
Yeah, I mean with Kron, let me see. Oh, here, I'll throw myself up. Yeah, I'm in PCG right now. I got tempted. I took 100 shares. But it's just a small little trade. I'm just seeing if this one's gonna fade. Use this level here as my risk now. Watching TTM here, we'll see what we get with that one as well. Like I said, still holding PCG. We'll see if we get a move down to 4 or whatever down here.
Yeah, I'm seeing some good moves today. Just a little late to the party. JD with a nice fade. Momo with a nice fade. AMD, of course, did a VWAP reject.
I like this little rejection for PCG. We'll see if it gets flushed underneath the VWAP. Spy's still ripping up, right?
I'm not gonna lie. I almost took Kron again right there at 50.
The way I used to always do it is I used to use the that opening range low. In this case, on Chrono, it would be at like 54.
Is what it is. Saw the possibility of this 21 move in CGC at the open. Just gotta get a little bit kind of more risk taking at the beginning, I think.
Yeah, I think that's
smaller share size and take a shot there, because I could clearly see that it was going to probably drop through that 21.30s. It was a small risk to reward there, and good potential for it to come down to that 21.
Yeah.
But that's the opening fail strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, don't stress. Small, a lot of day left. I've been doing the better, much better later on in the morning anyway. Somebody asked me to look at T. T's downtrending, at least during the day. Had a nice little fade there actually here. Looks like PCG gave me that drop that I wanted.
All right, expecting a good rip here in the market. Let's see what we get.
Let's see if PCG breaks underneath here. I was just about to get out of PCG, man. I just hope it doesn't stay in this range. I hope it just gets weak and everybody piles into it on the short side, because everybody hates PCG.
Grub failing hard body here. That's hasn't looked back at since the open. Grub failing.
Yeah, see, this is what I talked about though. I've been taking such small share size that where I would usually be out already or take some profits, I'm holding for way too long. PCG is a great example. I mean, I'm all the way down to the low of the day, which is where I almost always take profits, but because I'm only in with 100 shares, $10 just doesn't seem good enough. And then what happens is that it rebounds all the way back up there. And so this is something I did acknowledge this morning about my trading lately, and it's okay because I've just been trading small, but it is frustrating. And I just gotta, I don't know, I have to really consider whether I want to take those risks of using larger share size, even though that's not what has really been working for me lately, or if I want to just accept little $10 wins, I gotta really kind of weigh the pros and cons of doing that to see what I want to do, because it's frustrating, you know. Like, this would have been when I would have taken profits at the previous low of the day, exactly where it went, right where it bounced. Also the whole dollar, so all the signals should have told me to cover there. But I held because, again, I'm in with such small sizing.
I mean, I think it's the issue there is just either if you want to scalp out the open and continue scalping, or if you're gonna do different strategies out the open and then change strategy later in the day.
I think that's what I have to weigh, for sure.
That's what you need to just weigh out. So if you do want to do a different strategy earlier and trade smaller size, it's not anything wrong with it, because I think you have to measure a strategy towards a strategy. You can't be like, all right, well, I'm going to measure my gap up strategy towards my moving average strategy. You can't.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not doing the same indicators. Could be different market environments. And then so one of the things is always remembering, hey, I think what usually is the best shot is go with what's working at the moment until it's not, and then you can change it up, and then you kind of go back to more playing ranges. I think what's end up happening here is a classic example of our minds are trained to look at the realized and unrealized instead of looking at cents per trade. Because if John thinks about cents per trade, like he's saying, I'd be happy to take 10 cents if I had, 1,000, 2,000 shares. I'll take that $200. I'll just step out. And so that's what we have to. That's what we have to understand, guys. And so one of the things to understand here is to try your best, always and always, to always think in cents per share. Hey, I'm risking 10 cents. I want to make 10 cents. Or I'm risking 10 cents. I want to make 20 cents. And if you focus on the cents, it helps you not focus on the money and trying not to get emotional, which is hard. I mean, hey, we all know how it is, but it just kind of, that's the way you do it. That's the way you capitalize on that, is just by focusing on the cents per share. Because if you tell yourself, hey, I want to make 20 cents today, and you on the first trade you have 14 cents available to you, there's nothing wrong with taking that. You could take it right off and be like, I only need to make 6 more cents for the day, and I'll be happy. I'll close up my shop, and that's the goal for the day. And I think that's how a lot of traders need to kind of take their mentality and pre-market into the market. Think, hey, I'm looking to make 30 cents today. I'm going to risk about 10 cents on these trades, and let's go ahead and take the trades. Let's see which kind of risk limit hits or goal hits, and then I go ahead and end the day. I
added another 100 to PCG here. We'll see if we get the move down to 402. This should give me a little bit bigger sizing, so I'm less rigid with my profit taking. But we'll see if it squeezes up. I'm gonna give it a tight risk, and we'll give it a little bit of time. But 200 shares is still pretty small. I'm also gonna I want to show you guys how I've been scaling into some of these trades a little bit later on. That's been working really, really well. I'm trying to remember the stock I traded yesterday. I guess I'll check the Discord. It looks like I traded Tesla yesterday, and I started to scale into Tesla. And the way I've been doing it, yeah, it's frustrating when I was correct about a trade, and then it just kind of I just didn't get in with big enough sizing. It's all emotional game though, and luckily I've been trading this pretty small. And what I don't want to do, like yesterday, I got into a bunch of small minor trades before I really started attacking my system, and I did make like $40 something yesterday. After everything was said and done, I had a really nice like $90 win on Tesla, but because I traded so much before that, my commissions kind of made me only profit like a few bucks from it. So oh well. Oh, my bad, bro. My bad. Bro, I got you. Hold on. I don't know why I posted that. Here it is. I guess it's probably not me. I think it was my computer. Day trading, Misco. Mostly day trading. Right now, I'm just kind of killing time until I really start to take my swings when I've been doing the best a little bit later on. So you'll see me kind of trade small right now. But yeah, there it is, bro. My bad, bro. Yeah, no stress, man.
All right, guys, paying attention here to square. I wanted to come try down at the support here, 62.96, 62.90s hold, and then when it comes back around for 63, I'll look for the breakout towards 63.20.
All right, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning. Win or lose, we're not experts or gurus here. We're not going to be selling you a course or claiming to be experts. We just let you guys watch us day trade for free every weekday morning on YouTube. And if you appreciate that, you can click the subscribe button. If you click the bell, it turns on notifications, and you'll get an alert every time we go live, so you'll always catch it. And so remember to do that, team. Also, guys, you know Taft's, the same platform and broker that we're using, they actually have their Halloween sale going on right now, where I think you can get the intro package for pretty cheap. I think it's like $375, and that includes 14K in buying power. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade and short stocks on there once you're approved, and overall it's just pretty cheap. And so if you want to check that out, I'll post this link here as well. Great way to help support our channel, because again, everything we put out there is free. And so if you want to kind of show your support for what we do here, you can go check them out. There's the link right there. Again, I think their Halloween sale is going to end in a few days, but if you want to take advantage of it, there's the link. You can go check it out. Help support our channel if you'd like.
All right, seeing a push there in square. I like it near that 63. Let's see if we get back there.
AT&T is also up at the VWAP too. AT&T.
The SPY is pretty up on the day too. You look at the 15 minutes. Big resistance is going to be at 303.70s. Let's see if we can get through that level today. All right, Kron tried to break out there a couple times. I don't know if you want to take a look at that for VWAP kind of fake out fade.
Let me see.
I think it would need to come down a little bit for you, then come back, but
yeah, it's still well above the VWAP. I would need it to come like below. I need to come down to like 40s, like 42, 43 before I really want to attack it.
Yeah.
The whole thing with the VWAP fake out fade is that like it might push up above the VWAP, but the thing with it is that it gets rejected and comes all the way back down below the VWAP, and that's when you get in, because that's when it's obvious weakness that everybody else sees. So it pushes up and then it gets rejected and comes all the way back down, and then everybody starts piling in short because of the weakness. And yeah, with Kron right now, it's just a little bit too high. If it drops down to 43, I might jump in, but I'm trying to give PCG a chance. I always said I wouldn't trade PCG, and here I am trading it.
Isn't that how it goes?
The boredom gets me, man. The boredom gets me. It's like I know I need to wait for my system. I need to just wait for the favorable time, but I'm just kind of like, oh, that kind of looks good. I'm just going to take 200 shares, and that's how you dwindle down your account.
Yeah, what's the rule? What's the rule, man?
I need to develop rules. I haven't really developed rules with over trading with this new system that I have. I have rules for the new system. One of the rules is that I got to trade more expensive stocks, and this is a $4 stock, so broke my rule right there. It might work out though, but I'm just trading small for now.
I think you gotta just kind of limit your entries. So it needs to be about probably going back to maybe that 2 or 3 rule, the trade rule, maybe in the morning, and then you can kind of ease into it in the afternoon. I think the important thing is just getting a little cushion and getting in the zone.
See, I don't ever really trade in the afternoon though. I'm actually not favorable. Like the afternoon is not a great time for me trading.
Well, yeah. What I mean by afternoon time, I mean is after the first moves.
Right. Yeah,
so
for sure.
that sometimes can come before noon, and that sometimes can come after 2 p.m.
Right.
I think that's when it usually happens. I mean, at least from my experience, we get moves at 9:30 the open. We get moves at 10 or 9:45 to 10, and then we get another kind of move from 11 to 2 p.m. in that window.
Yeah, I'm getting out
And
of
so
PCG here.
it's like time frame trading. I feel like we always have like a micro move in the morning, really early. Then kind of we get kind of more into the macro as we get to 10 a.m.
Right.
And then we kind of from that point on, the SPY kind of picks a direction, and then these stocks kind of have another micro move.
Yeah, and I think that's why, you know, trading a little bit later on has been beneficial for me lately, is because the market's actually picking a direction. Then a lot of times these first few minutes, the market actually was pretty solid this morning, but lately a lot of times the past few minutes the market has been very difficult to trade and very choppy within the first hour. Just crossing over and under the VWAP, not super favorable. And so the way to combat that is just to kind of wait for it to actually start picking a direction and then not trade against it.
All right, guys, I'm liking Square there when it came down to 62.90s. I just needed to see it flip here. Potential long and Square here for me.
But yeah, my accuracy in the mornings though has been terrible, like right at the open. I think my accuracy a little bit later on has been great, but morning time, what my stats are really telling me is that I should not trade at all the first 30, 45 minutes. That's generally what it's telling me.
Might be the move.
As hard as that is for me, I love attacking the open, but that's what my stats have said lately. Now the market will always change, and so we'll see, but that's what my stats have been telling me lately.
My suggestion would be, if you want to kind of start adjusting towards that, would be use a 5-minute or a 15-minute chart to start the day. Wait for you to get that first move, and then you can kind of start seeing trend because it's a bigger time frame.
Right.
And then maybe start getting into the market, say, all right, 9:45 starts hitting, let me start focusing in, getting into the micros, getting into the 1-minute charts, and seeing what's available for me.
Right.
I think that wouldn't be a bad approach, and then when you come in, you can come in swinging.
Yeah, for sure. SPY's actually pulling back to 303.30s. You see where the SPY bounced in pre-market though? It bounced exactly at the level we talked about yesterday, that 302.63 level. Exactly there, like right at that same
That's
level.
how it is, man.
It's just the previous lifetime high, and that previous lifetime high is going to be super significant. Would have been a nice long buy there, and those type of trades only happen once every, few months maybe. But gotta be ready for the next one, I think.
All right, guys, gonna take a trade here off 62.80s here.
I'm looking at AT&T, but I don't really want to trade against the market with AT&T. I think I had a good trade on it yesterday, though.
Not looking good for me here in Square. Oof. Big drop there. Big loss.
SPY's kind of pulling back to the VWAP, and maybe a little VWAP bounce play there. We'll see. Look at Tesla. I forgot to look at Tesla.
Yeah, that was one on my watch list for sure today. All right, and that's gonna be done for me.
Yeah, Tesla just kind of had a VWAP rejection there. Netflix has some good fades too. It's weird. It's like a lot of these are trading against the market.
Yeah, I think I'm done for the day there. Hit my limit for the day, so don't want to go ahead and push it. So
yeah, I feel you.
If I stay, I know I'll trade. Really upset about the CGC. I mean, that was definitely the top trade of the day. And then if you look back at the chart today now, it'll definitely give you that FOMO feeling. This is exactly what I need to attack, but didn't attack it today. Just goes to show you, if you have the idea pre-market, sometimes you just got to take it.
Yeah, I'm in AT&T. Let me see. I'm only in with like 100 shares. Like I said, I'm waiting. Like generally, I trade best at around 10 a.m. my time, which is 11 a.m. market time. Is usually when my trading goes the best. Market might be bouncing at the VWAP. We'll see. We'll give it that chance though. So what's up, guys? How's everybody else doing today? How do I get started with this? I don't really use the RSI that much. Roku hard fail. Look for a VWAP test. Yeah, I'm holding AT&T. Yeah, look at Roku just reject there. Wow, huge drop. Same thing with SQ. Yeah, which is why I think, like, with Mitch's trade on SQ, I think that would have been hard to predict. I think that's just kind of worst case scenario there, where it just kind of quickly fails like that. Same thing with Roku. Netflix has been fading really solid too. Grub too. I might watch those. Just try to give it some time. Try to be patient with it. We'll see. ENPH. Also, guys, go check out Trade Ideas. Best scanners in the game. Super customizable. I'll pull these up here. But yeah, like I said, in my opinion, they're the best scanners in trading. I think if you look at all the top traders and see what scanners they're using, I think a large majority of them are Trade Ideas scanners. And I think that, really cool company. They allow me to stream their scans every day. And so I'll post this link here if anybody wants to check it out. Oh wait, that's that link I just posted is TradeNet link here. My bad, I grabbed the wrong one. Here's the Trade Ideas link. You can use promo code BT15 at checkout, get 15% off too. So go check them out. What else we got? Oh man. Spy bouncing off the VWAP though. Nice little VWAP bounce there. I might look at Roku. Might look at Netflix to pull back there too. It just depends. If Netflix does climb back there, it might be a little rough. It's weird. Like the SPY has been ripping up today, but AMD, SQ, Roku, a lot of these stocks are actually down today. Grub. Right.
Hey team, how are you guys doing out there? Just want to let you guys know, I see about 242 of you guys in here. If you guys haven't already done, definitely join the Discord, guys. The Discord is a way that we can go ahead and keep up with you guys after the stream. We love this chat room here while we're on the stream, but we really have a 24-hour chat room there in our Discord, guys, that you guys can contact us, access trading questions, or just speak to other traders that are going through the same experiences as you guys. So definitely check out the Discord there, guys. We have the link put up now. And this way you guys can connect with a community of traders, ask us questions whenever you have any, and also spread your trade ideas. We always like to see trade ideas, especially when they're including risk and reward, and you guys can go ahead and get on there.
Yep. Yeah, join our public Discord, guys. It's a free chat room. We've got over 1,000 people in there. We've got like 1,200 people in there, I think. So go check that out for sure. I'm probably about to get out of AT&T here, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna let it test maybe this risk up here. Also, appreciate the subs, man. Appreciate it, mister. Hit that subscribe button, team. We do this live for free every day. We're not experts or gurus here. We just let you guys watch us trade. You can listen to good music. You can watch us day trade the open for free every single day on YouTube. And so, yeah, hit that subscribe button, guys. Click the bell if you want a notification. We go live every single weekday morning. The last time we missed a day was over a year ago. If you click the bell, it turns on notifications, and we go live every single day. While we're hanging out here, you can also use the platform that we use, and they do have a sale going on right now for Halloween. And so I'll post that link here as well. Through it, you can get the intro package for, I believe, $375 for Halloween. The other packages, the student package is $2,700. The expert is $5,400. So there's a lot of discounts on those packages for Halloween. And their base package, I think, just makes sense. So, during the sale, their base package through my link specifically, again, is $375. For that $375, it comes with a day trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account to trade with for a few weeks. You also get to apply, and almost everybody's approved for the funded account program, and that includes $14,000 in buying power to trade with. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody that wasn't approved for it. They might make you take a demo. They might make you trade your demo account for a few days or take their course first, but the way it works is like a prop firm. They give you $14,000 in buying power to trade with. There's no PDT rule, so you can day trade and short stocks as much as you want. There's a $700 max loss, and so if you take that $14,000 in buying power they give you and you go under $13,300, they close you down. And there is a 70-30 profit split, but again, it operates like a prop firm, and so you're getting $14K in buying power. You get to day trade with no PDT rule. If you make $1,000 in net profit, they keep $300 and you keep $700 per the 70-30 split. And again, I think it's one of the cheapest ways for new traders specifically to get started day trading the market. It's very cheap. Instead of depositing thousands into a conventional platform, and let's be real here, most of the time new traders are going to lose that. You can spend $375 through my link and be able to day trade with no PDT rule. It just makes sense in my opinion, team. And so again, if you want to check that out, I'll post this link. You can take advantage of the Halloween sale that's only going on for the next day or two, I think. I'll post that link here. Fitbit? What is that? FIT, right? Fitbit maybe for a VWAP bounce or something of the sorts. We'll see. I'm just not liking AT&T. I'll probably get out of this one too and just keep it small. ENPH. I'm kind of watching Tesla here, if I'm being honest. I might start to scale into it, just depends on the size. Alright, so I'm about $1 early for Tesla. If I start to jump in now, I still have a little bit of room. Let's see, I'm going to start shorting it here, and if it goes a little bit early, that'll be better. Did we get a rejection on AT&T? It looks like we did. Appreciate the sub, Ashley. Welcome to the team. We appreciate it. Welcome. So I'm going to start scaling into Tesla here. Jump in another 20. Maybe this is too big. I'll have to see. I'm in with 20 shares now. Like I said, maybe this is too big relative to everything. I like the resistance above it here, but the VWAP's still way up there, so maybe I'm going in a little bit too big, a little bit too early. I'll have to consider that. Roku got rejected there. Nah, I got out of PCG a while back. I'm still in AT&T though. Let's see what AT&T does though. Kind of torn on it. I like the move back, but it never quite broke under the VWAP, and now it's heading back towards that high at 34. So I'm just going to stick with that 34 risk now, which is very small. And give Tesla, see if we can get it down to like 16, 316 or so. Yeah, I mean, I'm in 20 cents per share, or I'm in 20 shares for Tesla, so it's just small. I don't know how I feel about this squeeze though. Doesn't mean I won't hold it through it, but I think I gotta stick with this 60 risk level maybe. Remember guys, to hit that subscribe button too. We do this live for free every day. You want to watch us day trade live? You want to place the watch to see what it's actually like day trading? You know, this is it. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah, here, look at this big squeeze in Tesla. Wow. I could add a little bit more. One more add here in Tesla in with 30 shares. Let's see if we get that rejection at the VWAP like I wanted, and then if it breaks, I can just jump out of it. See what the market's doing. Alright, we did get that rejection below. Alright, well AT&T's looking better. At least it's testing the VWAP. Hopefully it gets rejected and washes down underneath the VWAP for AT&T. And Tesla did get rejected right where I added, so that should be a beneficial spot for me. I'm still in with a very small share size relative to everything, but you know, Tesla's got a big range, and so we could have some good movement for me. Just be ready. Hey Stan, there's some coffee in the coffee pot if you want some.
Yeah, I've got some here, buddy.
Okay.
Can I go outside?
Alright, so there's a nice little drop in Tesla. We'll wait, give it a little bit more time. Ideally, we want to see at least down to like this level here, but we really like to see it down to like 317 or so. Might find some support here though. We do gotta be ready for that. Yeah, broke down to 318. Go ahead and get out a little bit there. I got out about half of it there, still holding 15 shares. We'll give the rest a little bit of time to break down to this 316 level, and we'll start looking for some other stuff. So what you just saw here though, guys, like this is how I've been scalping a lot of these moves, right? Like if you see the trades that I'm getting into when I'm off stream, this is what I've been doing, which is I've been scaling into them and I've been giving myself a very defined risk level. In this case, it was 319.61 right here. And I've been scaling in slowly to that level and then taking profits quickly. And so I can bank profits and protect my account. Now, even if it squeezes up like this, I've already taken profits, and so I'm basically break even. I might lose a little bit, even if it risks me at my original risk level. But if it goes my direction, it's a much larger win. And so I can kind of just hang out here and let it work. And if it doesn't, I think I probably would have gotten out of this a little bit quicker, though. But regardless, like that's how I've been scaling into this. I've been scalping it. I've been scaling in slowly, and then once it goes in my direction, I've been scalping it and getting out very, very quickly, if that makes sense. And so I started to scale into Tesla here. And then I added more here, and then I added more here, and then I kept this as my main risk level, and I just followed that risk level. And that has been working very, very well, if you can see my stats. I talked about it this weekend, but I've been trading these bigger range stocks with smaller size, and that's what I've been doing. And so regardless of whether this one works out or not, the point still remains. I've been slowly scaling into it like this, and then just scalping it once it does go in my direction. But to be honest, off stream, I've been taking much larger sizing and doing it, and it's been working fairly well. Let me make sure I'm unmuted. Yeah, okay, good. Just read an article, man finds his wife cheating by following her with a drone to work. That's funny. Alright, well, we're going to squeeze up here in Tesla. I'm just going to stick with that same risk level I gave myself, that 319.60. And I'll let it test that level too. But I'm basically break even in this trade. I might lose a little bit from it, but not much. You know, I want to let it test my risk level. Ooh, we did get a squeeze up, but the spread's like 40 cents. Like I said, I'll let it test once, and then I'll jump out if it goes up a little bit more. Watching the bid specifically here. And like I said, you guys see me taking some dumb trades during the first part of the morning. I'm still pretty confident because I've been doing really, really well almost every single day. You know, most of the days have been green. All right, so we tested my risk level, got rejected. Hopefully it stays this way. But yeah, like if we look at no, I have it precise. But yeah, if we look at my trader view stats here, I've actually been going fairly well. I gotta upload yesterday's trades too. Let me upload yesterday's. So trades. Yesterday was the 28th. Yes, trades. There we go. We did get a nice little drop down here, though, so we're almost break even back again. Choose file. Yes, trades. Yeah. I mean, you can see yesterday's trades. Yesterday's trades, $91 on Tesla. You know, and that's exactly what I was doing with yesterday's. There we go. Yeah, I ended yesterday up $40.95. I could consider adding here because I really don't mind with Tesla. The only problem is the way the market has been kind of ripping up. It's not bad though. I mean, I'm still well into the profits with this Tesla trade, and like I said, I'm just gonna let it see if it comes back down to 316s. That would be the ideal situation. Yeah, AMD's moving closer to the view up too. Beautiful test of my risk level and a rejection. It also makes the future of this trade very, very simple because it gave me a very obvious high up there to base everything off of now. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. No, we do this live for free every day. You know, we day trade on YouTube for free. We're not experts or gurus here. You can just watch us day trade, see what it's actually like. And so smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, team. Let's keep growing the channel. Big level now, again, like I said before, is this 318 level. Like, this is obviously easily the biggest level here in this stock right now. Is this really, it's like 317.90 to 318 in between there. We just need it to break below this level because the chances are it's going to bounce right here.
Hey, you got the lighter?
Do I have a job or just trade? I mean, I do a lot of different stuff. So I have 2 Amazon businesses. I'm a real estate agent. I do YouTube and I trade. And so, you know, I've got multiple different income streams. So yeah, like I said, I trade, I do YouTube, I'm a real estate agent here in Texas. There we go. There's the breakdown under that 318 level, which was great. We'll just give it a little bit more time here, see if this level now holds as resistance is what we want to see. But yeah, like I said, I do a lot of different stuff. I have a bunch of different income streams, real estate agent, 2 Amazon businesses, YouTube, trading. One day I'll have to make a video on it, but I'll basically work for myself is what I do. All right, so here's the push up. We want to see this 318 level hold as resistance now. But yeah, like I said, man, I'm not an expert or a guru. If you see me trading small, it's because I'm still kind of developing a system here. and systems take time, and I'm not going to trade it big until I really have the system worked out. You know, I don't think that makes sense to go crazy and trade big while I'm developing a new system. I think I have to trade small and let the system work and build rules around the system first. But yeah, like I said, we're watching this 318 level, see if it can hold. I'm getting kind of antsy in this one though, honestly. I might jump out here soon if it breaks that 318 level. I gotta get out. Alright, so yeah, I got out before this squeeze, luckily. I made a little bit of money on that trade. Not a bad little trade there. $20 win. Yeah, is trading a job or a hobby? A little bit of both. I mean, so to be honest, like this channel started as a hobby, obviously. Like, trading is more so, no pun intended. Trading is a trade, like a skilled trade. It's a skill more than anything. That's what trading is. Now, you can know how to trade and, still not be profitable, and you can not know how to trade and be profitable, but it's not going to sustain itself. But trading is a skill, and you have to be passionate about it in order to get good at it. To do well in trading, you have to be passionate about it, because if you're not, then you're going to give up and you're probably going to lose money. You're just going to kind of call it quits. But yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys see me trading small because I'm just kind of developing a new system here. I got out right when the squeeze up happened. And again, I made a video this last weekend about this system, and it's a solid system so far, but it's still early, and I'm not going to go too crazy, especially on stream where everybody is going to try to tell me this is what I'm doing wrong, and, obviously bearish, or this was obviously bullish, or whatever, But like I said, that's why I'm not building the system on stream. I'll trade a little bit on stream, and you guys can kind of see my thought process behind it, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, like I do a lot of different stuff. Like my last hobby, I guess is what you want to call it, was teaching myself to program and code. And so I learned like JavaScript, Python, the different libraries and databases like React, Bootstrap, CSS, HTML, like all that stuff. I taught myself to program, and I've been doing that for the last year or so. And I think that's a great skill, like a backup skill that you can have, because nowadays where you used to have to go to college for programming, you used to have to go get a degree in programming. Nowadays, you can either teach yourself. There's a lot of free classes on YouTube about it, or you can go to a boot camp. You can go to a boot camp and you won't have to pay anything up front. And in 3.5 months, be a certified programmer that can get a job making $50K plus a year as a software developer or programmer. Now you're gonna have to pay them back. Like most of the time, the way they do it is like, you have to pay them like 20% of your income only in jobs that, like, say, they'll basically say if you do get a job in software development or programming, you have to pay them 20% of your salary for a year to pay them back the tuition. But like I said, I think it's a great backup skill to have, and it's a skill that you're gonna have a job no matter where you go most of the time with that, because you can do it remote. You can do remote work with software development, programming, and coding. And it's a job, like, a lot of people think you need a lot of math for it, and you kind of do. You have to know some math, but most of the time, most of the complex algorithms are already backlogged in libraries that you can just reference in your code without having to think of this complex algorithm yourself. And so I think, like I said, I think it's a good skill to have. But that's what I've been doing lately. Yeah, Python's what I learned on Rail. It's so simple that it's easy. Python, the good thing about Python, the first good thing is that it's what the algorithmic traders use. Python's what the algorithmic traders use. The second good thing is that it's so simple that it will teach you programming concepts. You don't have to worry about syntax as much, which is just grammar, programming grammar or the language. You don't have to worry about syntax as much, and you can just really learn the different programming concepts like object-oriented programming, stuff like that. And so, Boolean values, like all that stuff. You can just learn the different concepts of programming with Python, and that's why it's good for beginners. It's just a very easy syntax to learn, very, not very strict. And that's what I did. I went to Python, and then I transitioned over to JavaScript. People have differing opinions, though. Some people say it's better to jump into a more complex language like C or something like that with really strict syntax, because that'll condition yourself to learn the other languages easier. But I guess it's all subjective. Yeah, but I don't know about classes precise. I don't think college classes are going to be beneficial. I think that, I'll put it this way. I think that you can either go to college for it, but if you go to college, it's going to take way longer to actually learn how to program, because you're going to be taking all this other stuff. Now, you'll probably make more, but if you genuinely just want to learn to program and get a job, I think you can teach yourself, or you can go to a boot camp and in 4 months have your certification as a programmer and just be done, and get a job. I think that makes sense too. But yeah, if you go to like a class in your college, it's going to take a long time, and you just don't need to. There's so much free information. You can take free classes on YouTube. There's tons of free classes. Yeah, and that's a lot. That's the way I kind of looked at it, Rail. I tried to learn the easiest language first so I could understand the different programming concepts, and then kind of transition to the more difficult languages. And so far, I've only learned Python and JavaScript. But with Python, JavaScript, HTML, Bootstrap, Flex, all that stuff. Once you learn that, you can get a job. Like I could probably get a job right now as a software developer, as a front-end developer at least. Probably not back-end yet. Back-end's a little bit more complicated. But as a front-end developer, I could probably get a job right now, just with what I've learned from front-end. But, yeah, program's fun. Takes a little while, but once you start to kind of learn it, it's addicting. You kind of want to learn more and more. Yeah, I mean, maybe I think I got faked out of AT&T. Roku just super sideways today. Spy's ripping up, and I want to take some longs, but I don't see any. Honestly, Netflix is down, AT&T's down, AMD's down, Tesla is down. Roku sideways. I don't see any longs today. They're all short. It's weird. The market's been bullish all day, but nothing's following it. So what that means is probably getting propped up by the big stocks. Let's look at Apple. No, Apple's getting hammered. Microsoft is down. Why is the market up? But hey, market's breaking highs. Let it break highs, right? The lifetime high of the market is 303.85. Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm muted, man. I've been sitting here. All right, so what I was going to say is I used Mosh Himadi to teach me Python on YouTube. He's got some really good stuff, really good Python tutorials. For JavaScript, I mostly used Team Treehouse, which is like if you're looking for a paid service, Treehouse is legit. It'll teach you all the different stuff like referencing the DOM, Boolean values, object-oriented programming, all that stuff. It'll teach you all that stuff, and it's a good bundle. And like I said, I'm not associated with them. I don't have a link for Treehouse. It's like $30 a month subscription, and it'll teach you the entire front-end side, plus the back-end side too. But very, very cheap bundle that I liked a lot. And it even has a little built-in processor for you to put your code into. Yeah, I know, guys. I got you. There we go. Yeah, Spy's running. Lifetime high was for the Spy was over at... Oh, we did. We broke lifetime highs again, guys. We are breaking lifetime highs again right now in the market. And everything I'm watching is bullish. It's weird. So new lifetime high is 303.95. Or everything I'm watching is bearish. It's so strange. Yeah, market ripping up here, guys. So Spy bullish. Broke highs, broke lifetime highs again. Second day in a row. I kind of want to take AMD for a fade, but I don't know if shorting anything right now when the market's breaking lifetime highs is a good thing. Yeah, he's pretty good, man. He's pretty good. Yeah, Treehouse is great. Honestly, Treehouse is, if I'm going to recommend anything, Treehouse is so broad with what they'll teach. They'll teach you all these different concepts in one place for like $30 a month. Very, very good value, Team Treehouse. And remember, guys, like I said, hit that subscribe button. We day trade live for free every day. We're not experts or gurus here. We just let you keep watching and keep watching us trade every weekday morning for free. And so I'll probably end up closing it down pretty soon here. I'm going to start working on my system, which I generally start to do that at around 10 a.m. my time, which is 11 a.m. market time. And so if you guys want to follow along with what I do after the stream today, I'll post this Discord link. Like I said, I get into these trades after the stream so I can have the least amount of pressure as possible while I'm building this system. And if you look at our Discord, I always post my entire trade log, so I can't fake that. And I also record every trade I get into, so if anybody ever wants to see the trades, I mean, I can show you. But yeah, here's the link if you want to follow our Discord and kind of join our free day trading chat. And yeah. I'll update you guys on that process. Market breaking highs again. It's up to 303.90s here. Looking strong. Appreciate the sub. Ernest, welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate the subscribe, man. Yeah, yesterday was a green day, man. Look, I'll show you guys yesterday. You guys want to see yesterday? Let me find it. I'm gonna have to mute the sound because I don't know what I was talking about during this, but here it is. Let me find the trades, make sure. Yeah, I mean, this was my last trade yesterday. If you guys can see that. You can see. Look, you can see what was I down before the stream. I was taking clips and stuff. You can see me. Look, there's my trade log if you guys want to see it. Really, I was shorting Tesla. I think I got ready to trade again, but I didn't end up trading anymore. See? But yeah, that was yesterday. That's how I ended yesterday. I'm just building a system, and so I'm not trading. Most of the trades I take early on are pretty simple, small trades. was I at yesterday? Yeah, so I made like a few bucks yesterday after commissions, but it was a green day. I'll take it. Like I said, out of the last like 10 days, I've had like one losing day, maybe, working on this system. So it's been actually going really well. The trades I'm getting into on stream are just little scalping trades to keep me busy until 10 a.m. my time, or 11 a.m. market time. Look at the SPY though, man. The SPY ripped up to 304.23s here, broke over the whole dollar, so it looks interesting. Hey, sometimes a no trade day is a good day, Sid. Don't stress it, bro. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Mr. Green, you realize I just showed you. I just showed you my trades. Alright, we got a troll here. Later, bro. It's good to be king in here. Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, I just showed you guys the trade. Like I said, you guys want to see the trade from yesterday. I literally just showed you guys. Look, here it is. Remember, this is my trade. Look. You can even see my trade log right here. So it's very difficult to fake a trade log like that. Right there. Look at that. It's very difficult to fake that considering you guys saw me get into these initial trades. And look, I record everything. So people claiming that I wasn't green yesterday, like I said, I record everything, bro. Look. Yeah, I shorted the VWAP projection, it looks like on Tesla. But yeah, I post my trade log. I record everything. Y'all can act like I'm, you know, regardless, I'm not an expert or a guru or anything like that. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not even like, listen, trolls want to troll, that's cool. But yeah, like I said, last 10 days I've had one losing day. And so, and that losing day was Friday of last week. The trades I get into first thing in the morning are not serious trades. That's why I'm trading them with, you'll see me trade like 20 shares, 15 shares, you know. I'm down $18 today because, again, I'm just kind of messing around and I'm building my system after the stream, which I've talked about a bunch. And so SPY is the SPY is like the mini S&P. It's basically the market. It's what a lot of traders use to follow the overall market itself. It's like the mini S&P 500. So it's just the market. It's what our market is doing generally, you know. Am I an expert or a guru by any chance? Absolutely, man. You know, I'm selling my new day trading course. It's called Buy the Dip. It's 10 grand. You know, it's going to be debuting tomorrow. You know, it's only one sentence and it's just buy the dip. You know, 10 grand, you know. Do you want to make $1 billion in 3 days? Buy my Buy the Dip trading course. Guaranteed to make you $5 billion within 24 hours. You know, just pay $10,000 or just pay $9,999.99. And you'll be a billionaire by tomorrow, guys. But yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of waiting until 10 a.m. my time. Take my swings. Yeah, and if yesterday wasn't a winning day, why is my account... Wait, let me see. All right, just a disclaimer here. We are not here at Beginner Trading. We are not experts. We are not market professionals, and you always have to trade at your own risk. We are not responsible for any losses you take in the market, and you must always trade responsibly. We do not give hot stock picks here. If you take a loss in the market, we are not liable for it whatsoever, and you do want to understand that. Everything we do here is for pure entertainment value. We are pure speculators of the overall market, and we are not experts, gurus, or market professionals. Of course you did, man. Dude, like I said, new trading course out tomorrow called Buy the Dip. You know, it's $9,999.99, and it'll make you $5 billion by next week. You know, not guaranteed. We're not market professionals. Completely sarcastic here. Obvious sarcasm. We're just joking here. Like I said, obvious sarcasm. Don't take me seriously. But yeah, we don't sell anything here. I appreciate it, Dale. Well, I think you're cool, Dale. Thank you, bro. But yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, we have more supporters here than we do haters. The haters are just louder. Like I said, a lot of times they're competing channels. Like most of the time, they've got their little stream and it's got like 5 people in it, and like they come over here and they get mad at me for it, you know, or whatever they want to say. Right, sometimes I suck as a trader, man. Honestly, the first hour of every day, I have sucked lately, man. I'm garbage the first hour of the day lately. But, like I said, if we look at my stats here, I've actually been bouncing back almost every single day with my little system, my scalping, scaling, and system. And so, like, if we look at it here, you know, like, yeah, the first few trades of the day have sucked for me. But later on in the day, I've been rebounding very well. And, man, look at me. I'm all, like, fuzzy. Looks like I'm going gray over here. But yeah, if we look at my stats here, you know, like I said, yesterday I ended $40.95, which is exactly what you saw in that video. Not bad in gross profits. I'm still working on it though. I'm still building this system because, you know, the market changes, guys. The market's not always going to stay the same. And that's how you'll know, like, the way you can tell if somebody's new or like naive as a trader is if they think that you always have to be profitable, because you don't. You know, you're never going to be profitable all the time. And sometimes you're going to lose. Sometimes you're going to lose big. Some months you're going to be down. Definitely you're going to have rough losing days and weeks. And so it just depends, man. The market's always changing. All I can do, like I said, I traded VWAP fades for a long time. They worked out really, really well for me. My account's actually in the profit. So regardless of what anyone wants to say, my account's actually in the profit. A large majority of traders lose. And again, the market changes, guys. The market changes every day. You gotta just you gotta follow the market. You can't trade against it. And like I said, you might have a strategy that works great right now, and it might work perfect. It might be the best strategy in the world, but eventually that strategy is not going to work anymore, and the market's going to evolve, and you have to evolve with it. If you stay stubborn, if you stay too rigid in the strategies you're using, the market's going to pass you by, and the strategies are going to stop working. And so you always got to work on, you know, evolving your system. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm evolving my system to further benefit me in this market, and that's all I'm doing. It's been working out really well too. You know, like if we look at my stats here, it's not bad. You know, last 10 days, one losing day isn't really bad. Was it the guy that got mad at me yesterday, Todd? Yesterday, I said, I bet you, I'm curious if the guy that came in here today was the guy from yesterday. Because the guy yesterday was hilarious, you know. The guy, yesterday it was funny. Yesterday I was like, and like I said, guys, I'm getting ready to, at 10 a.m. I'll probably close the stream down. But yesterday I literally said, hey guys, I'm not an expert with Bitcoin. I'm not an expert with Bitcoin. This is pure speculation. Maybe I'm wrong. I honestly don't know enough about it. But I think that Bitcoin as a sustainable online currency is not practical because, I mean, it's $10,000 per coin. You know, you got to break it up into a million little pieces just to be able to buy anything with it. So for a practical online currency, it doesn't really make sense. The anonymous factor is what it has going for it. But I think people are very biased because their businesses are relying on Bitcoin to be successful. And so they have all these side businesses and businesses that are weighted on Bitcoin doing well. And so, of course, they're very biased with its success. They think it's going to go to 100,000 and all that stuff. And again, you know, if you're talking about an actual currency, it's way too volatile. If you're talking about a practical online currency, you got to break it up into a million different pieces. The one thing it has going for it is anonymity. But again, it's not purely anonymous. You can track where Bitcoin is coming from. And so I said that, and I did preface it with the fact that I'm not an expert. This is pure speculation from the outside looking in. I've never traded. I don't know that much about it. And then I even ended it with, but hey, maybe I'm wrong here. I don't know. You know, it's like I said, it's pure speculation. It's just me talking. Like I'm from the outside looking in. I don't know enough about it. And that dude just got so upset. He just got super mad, started yelling in caps. And I told him, I was like, hey man, if what I said makes you that upset, you might want to really try to be introspective and think about why it makes you so upset. Because I'm just from the outside looking in. I'm not an expert here, you know. And again, I mean, that's how I feel about Bitcoin. Like I said, I don't know enough about it. And so maybe I'm wrong. It's very possible that I am wrong. Like I said, I don't know enough about it. This is me just speculating as somebody that doesn't trade crypto, you know. But again, as a long-term actual currency, it's way too volatile. You know, you can't have a currency that's going from, you know, 15,000 down to 3,500, then back up to 10K. It's just not stable enough for a real online or for a real currency. As for an online currency, you got to break one coin up into a million different pieces. And so again, you know, I don't know. I think the biggest thing it has going for it is the anonymity factor. But do I think it's ever going to get to $100,000 a coin? Probably not. But again, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know enough about it, to be honest. And I'm just speculating. Maybe it does. I don't know, you know. But I'm not really buying it. You know, maybe I think it was good way back when it was really cheap, but I think the hype has kind of gotten a little bit too crazy for it. Yeah, SPY pulled back from 304. I was really thinking about AMD there. I was really kind of considering it. All right, guys. But yeah, so it's about that time for me to go work on my system. Like I said, guys, if you want to follow how I do, after the stream, I'll post that link and you can kind of check it out. If you want to follow how I do, I always post my trade log and post my P&L and everything like that after the stream. I'm going to go back and work on my system like I have been. There's the link if you want to follow us on Discord and see how I do. Like I said, I always post my entire trade log. I also record everything like you guys saw. I showed you my trades from yesterday. And so, yeah, if you guys want to check that out, there's the link. Also, if you want to use the same platform and broker that we use, there's a lot of benefits to using them. They do have their Halloween sale going on right now, so you can get the intro package for $375. And to put that into perspective, for new traders, I think it makes a ton of sense. One of the reasons is because most of the time, new traders end up saving up thousands and depositing thousands into a conventional platform, and almost everybody's going to lose their first account. But with Tefs and TradeNet, you know, if you go through my link, you can spend $375. You get a day trading course, access to their chat room, a demo account to trade with for a few weeks, and almost everybody's approved for the funded account. And that gives you $14,000 in buying power to trade with no PDT rule, and you can actually short stocks. And so, again, trading course, demo account, access to their chat room, and a funded account for $375. And it operates like a prop firm, so there's a 70-30 profit split. You bring it up to $15K. They're going to keep $300, you keep $700 only on profit, and there's a $700 max loss. And so if you go under $13,300, they close you down. But again, you're only paying $375. You're almost paying half of what your max loss is. And so risk reward wise, I think it makes a ton of sense. And it's one of the cheapest ways for new traders to get involved in the market. And so there's the link if you want to check that out. Everybody be sure to watch the Astros win the World Series tonight. That's right, Astros win the World Series. If you want to use the same scanners that we're using, I'll post this link here. Let me see. Yeah, if you want to use the same scanners, go check out Trade Ideas. Objectively, the best scanners in trading. If you look at all the top traders, a large majority of them are using Trade Ideas for a reason, because they're the easiest to learn. They're the most in-depth. They're the most dynamic, customizable scanners in the market right now. You know, it make my morning super, super easy. Also a really cool company. And so both of these ways are great ways to help support our channel. Maybe we're biased in these regards with Tefts and TradeNet and Trade Ideas because we do make a commission if you sign up through us. But it's a great way to help support the channel because everything we do here is free. And so if you want to help support us, there's the link. And, right, yeah, for sure. I think Bitcoin, it probably is the best performing asset in the last 10 years, for sure. But again, I'm talking about the long-term sustainability of Bitcoin. And again, like I said, I'm not an expert on Bitcoin. I'm from the outside looking in here. So maybe you guys are right. Maybe you guys know something I don't. That's very, very possible. You know, because like I said, I'm just the outside looking in. When I look at Bitcoin from an investor's perspective, that's what I see. You know, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know enough about it to really be super sure about it. I'm just purely giving you my speculative opinion here, which is why I said people getting mad at me saying that doesn't make any sense because I'm just saying what I see from the outside looking in, and I'm clearly stating, hey, I don't really know enough about it to have like an educated opinion on it. I'm just kind of saying what I think from the outside looking in, which is, you know, should not be a big deal at all. If your account gets shut down, is there a way to reopen it? So you could open up two accounts. You can open up two intro packages. So with their base package, you can open up two. Once you lose two, so like basically if you lose your first intro package, I'm pretty sure you can open up a second one. Once you lose the second one, there's different packages, like there's larger packages. Like I have the pro package. So I have 240K in buying power and a $12,000 max loss. But my package costs $9,000. And so there's different packages. There's different tiers of packages. There's a student package, which is what Mitch has, which gives you 80K in buying power with a $4,000 max loss. Both of these have a more favorable profit split as well. So there's different tiers of packages. But yeah, reach out to them and ask them. I'm not 100% sure either way. Best thing to do is to ask them to be sure, to be honest. Right, exactly. Obviously, it's made great gains. Again, though, like I said, I think it makes people very emotional. I think Bitcoin makes people very emotional, and that's what I'm trying to say. And I think even me saying that makes people emotional. Even me saying, hey, people are very biased, like, for Bitcoin. Because, again, they have all these side businesses that are based on it, right? And so for their livelihood, they need it to succeed, right? And so that makes them very subjective, very biased towards it, right? And from somebody that doesn't really have a bias in either way towards it, maybe I have a bias against it because I didn't trade it or invest it. That's possible too, I guess. But just from an outsider looking in, that's what I see. And again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's going to go up to 100K. I don't know. I just don't think that's a practical price for it. You know, I don't think people are going to buy it to bring it up there. I think it needs a lot of buys to get up there. But maybe as the last ones start to get mined, maybe that's going to call from supply and demand. Maybe that's going to cause the price to skyrocket. That's possible too. I just think people are too biased for it, and that they get way too emotional about when you talk about how it might not go up. You know, I think anytime you talk about Bitcoin maybe not going up, everybody that is just full-fledged bullish on Bitcoin just gets super emotional, and I think that that's the wrong way to be. All right, guys, I'm going to go work on my system team. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the bell if you want to turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday morning for free on YouTube. We're not experts or gurus here. We're not financial advisors. We just let you guys watch us day trade for free. We teach you what we learn along the way. And we let you guys watch us win or lose. And so if you appreciate that transparency, that honesty, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday morning. We can listen to good music here as a team and just talk about what's moving in the market, guys. Hear some funny commentary, some funny stories, and just watch the market together, guys. So hit that subscribe button if you want to join us again. Click the bell, turn on notifications. We will see you all tomorrow morning. If you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link here. I've been using them for about a year and a half. For the person asking. But yeah, if you want to use them, here's the link. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And wish me luck. Like I said, you guys want to see how I do off stream, join our Discord. I'll post my trade log once I'm done trading for the day. And so I guess I'll post that one more time here as well. Later, team.